under 15 yellow. When a manager sends his players onto the pitch, it's usually done with lots of words of encouragement. Things like have a good game, enjoy the match, give it your best. And it's no different for me today with these other managers. They give me words of encouragement. But it's usually things like, don't go on too long this year. Keep it short, Russ. I asked them what the plan was for today, and they said we start at 12 with no defined finish time. So I can talk for as long as I like. The theme I want to apply to today with the team is achievement. Firstly, it feels like it's quite an achievement to be here. This time round, last year, from a squad of 16, I had a player move to the States, a player decide competitive football wasn't for him, and 6 players who wanted to play for different teams. So it took quite a lot of time, effort, and a big Vodafone bill to get some players recruited and to keep the team going. So I think that was quite an achievement in itself. Then it turned out to be quite an achievement to start the season. First weekend we didn't have a game. In a league of odd numbers teams, you always miss a weekend, and the first weekend of the season was our turn. Second weekend of the game, we played Alconbury, and we only played 20 minutes. My centre-back Sam Berridge turned to chase after the ball, and then next was a loud crack and Sam in a heap on the floor. He dislocated his knee, an ambulance was called and the game was abandoned. But there's an achievement there as well, because as soon as the doctor said Sam could come back and play, he made a recovery from the psychological challenges and the actual physical recovery. So I thought that was quite an achievement as well. Third weekend of the season was the first round of the Cup, and we got a bye. And apparently it was a coincidence that our club secretary made the draw. By the time we started our season, it was October. By the time we finished it, we'd lost every game except 2 draws. Is that an achievement? Depends on what your objectives are. If our objectives were to win the league and cup, then that's an epic fail. But our objectives were to improve and develop the boys as footballers and as people, and to enjoy playing football, and to feel like you belong in a group with your mates and making new mates. And I think that we achieved all of that. There were several results that we found were disheartening, but quite a few that put a smile on our faces as well. As did quite a few funny moments during the season. One was when we were losing 2-1 at Gambling Day in the Cup. 5 minutes to go, we won a corner. And my goalkeeper Kyle was looking at us, and we're looking at him. Go on then, Kyle, get yourself up there, get in their box. Well, the corner broke down, we lost possession, and we had to defend a counter-attack. Quick, Kyle, move it, get back in goal. Well, we won 4 corners in that 5 minutes, and every time we won one, we won another corner, and he kept going backwards and forwards into penalty boxes. And it's the first match I've done where the goalkeeper is just as exhausted as the outfield players. I also remember a conversation with the boys after the training session. Next week, lads, our match is away to Spartak. Cool, Russ, are we going to Moscow? No, they play at Saffron Walden, boys. I've been to Saffron Walden before, Russ, I'd rather go to Moscow. The conversation went downhill on the cultural merits of different away venues we've been to. You can probably guess that we had lots of new players turning out for the team. We've got lots of participation awards, but I only see 2 of them here. So I'll just call those 2 out to come and collect them. Harry and Kyle. There are 3 groups of thank yous that I want to go through. Firstly, to the mums and dads and the family members, all of them connected with the players and the team. You provided fantastic support throughout the season, especially those that took on the duties of being a linesman. Secondly, I get fantastic support in coaching and managing the team, which takes up a lot of time and effort, not to mention the blood, sweat and tears. To help me with that, I want to thank Wayne Gadsby and Chris Koshner. Last but not least, I want to thank all the boys in the team for their efforts and their commitments, their attitude and their football this season. Having got through a period of uncertainty this season, I now feel more confident of being able to achieve another objective of seeing this team all the way through to under-18s. Thank you very much. Clubman of the Year. There are several players on the shortlist for this award, but our Clubman of the Year is someone who always seems to put others in the team before him. He's a player who listens to how we're coaching the boys, and also willing to contribute as well. He's willing to play in a variety of positions to help the team out, and he's been a regular at training and matches, where he gets on with playing football with perseverance but without any fuss. The fact that he conducts himself with such maturity and confidence is more noteworthy when I remind myself he's a year younger than all the other players in the team, and that makes him a credit to himself and to his family. Clubman of the Year, Mickey Calderwood. Most Improved Player of the Year. The winner of this award is a player who initially we weren't quite sure what we were going to get from him. But as the season went on, his confidence grew, where he was prepared to work hard to win the ball. And he developed a sense of being comfortable with the ball when he got it, and he used it in a responsible way to allow other teammates into matches. He found a role on the pitch as a right midfielder, where he scored 3 goals and won a Man of the Match award, both of which could have been more had it not for injury. Most Improved Player of the Year is Bradley Parnell. Bradley's not here today, we haven't got the technology or the money for a video link-up with Florida. So, we could have done, yeah. How about I look after it? That's it, thank you very much.